Never argue with an idiot. Why? Because you're always going to lose. Why? Because he's better than you in being an idiot, so you're going to lose. Also, don't argue with a wise man, a wise person. Because if you argue with him, don't feel bad if he wins you. Because you're going to, by him winning you over, you're going to become wiser. You're going to learn. You're going to add on wisdom. You're going to learn something. In other words, don't try to prove your point. That's why he is a chacham and you're the talmid. So let him win. Learn something. You know how it is. Everybody wants to put in the last word, the last word. They don't want to listen. Listen. Rega, listen. If you're so-called going to win the argument, what are you going to get out of this? At that point, I won. Never learned anything. If he won, now you know what you didn't know beforehand. Take yourself out of it. Make yourself into a vessel that it is like a bowl, a pit that does not hold even one drop. We have sometimes a pit that it needs to be lined with lime that you can hold all the water in. So that's for certain things. But sometimes you have to be like a funnel. Go like this, and nothing comes, and not, you know why? Because you want more, and you want more, and you want to be saturated, and more, and more, and more. It is not about playing ping pong. I say something, you say something. I say something, you say something. Nobody ever learns anything like this. It's all about, I'm not going to let you win. I'm not going to let you win. I'm just as good. I'm just as good as you. You're not better than me. Here we go. Here's a serve. But how about this? Listen, learn. If, for example, you are, I don't know, let's say you're a painter, an artist. It comes a plumber to you. Let's say you're a Picasso. And comes a plumber to you. And he's an expert plumber. And he tells you, listen, your heat doesn't work because the pitch of the pipes is incorrect. Are you going to start to argue with him? What do you know about plumbing? Well, then you can say, well, I'm a Picasso, my paintings sell for millions of dollars. I don't think. So he's going to tell you, you know what, fine, not a problem. You fix it yourself. Goodbye. I don't have, it's a waste of my time here. Instead of doing my work here, I let your heating work. I'm sitting here arguing with you. Guess what? I was somewhere else. I have a job to do. You're right. If he's going to tell you, listen, I think your proportion over there, what are you talking about? It's, you do your plumbing, I'll do my things. And then even if he tells you that, maybe it's something that you missed. Yes. Even if he is a plumber and you're Picasso, maybe he's, how should I say it? Untinted eye was able to pick up something. You say, you know what, you're right. You're right. And if you said, no, you explained to him, the reason why I wanted this is because of this and this and that. And then you made him wise. And then if he argues, then he is a fool. He is never going to learn. In other words, it works both ways. But you have to define what's your role in that discussion or in that relationship. What are you? You can't play, it's like a person, for example, playing football or playing baseball. He's the pitcher and the hitter at the same time. He throws the balls, it's like cartoons. You run over here to the thing, and like this. You run to the other one, catch it. I mean, you're never going to score a home run like this, right? Or you're the quarterback and you run to catch the ball yourself. It's impossible. You have a goalie, you have a midfielder, you have a center, you have every team has defined roles. What's your role in this discussion right now? If you're learning, don't argue. If you asking in order to understand better, ask. But there's a big difference between asking and arguing. Asking is you ask a question, an answer came, and you need to let it saturate inside of you, let your mind relax, let it saturate inside of you, and then you see, does he affect me or not? It's like a person who is hungry, and you give him a, Second Avenue deli sandwich, like, 2 pounds of corned beef. He's hungry. He's going to eat the whole entire thing. His brain didn't get the message because he swallowed it in. Ooh, I'm still hungry. Another one. By the time you finish, all of a sudden, your brain is all of a sudden overworking on overload, like, wah, wah, wah. You can't have this anymore. Same thing here. If you're asking a question and you got the answer, let it saturate in your head. Let all the dust, let the brain get the message. But if you're arguing, it's like what politicians do. Politicians in debates are not interested in the answer. They're interested in asking questions. They're not interested in what the other person will say. They're interested in what they have to say. That's why I stay away from politicians. If you want to have a good life, stay away from politicians. Stay away from politics. These are the worst people that don't know how to communicate, but they know very well how to manipulate. Wise from that, you're never going to become. Learn how to learn. Learn how to remove yourself from that so you won't have an ego, because that's the first and most important ingredient in making you dumb. Your ego. Or surround yourself with chachamim, with wise men, and don't have a problem. Always follow their footsteps and asking and becoming the Talmid, because one day you're going to look behind. You're going to see that there are plenty of people that are actually walking after you, and you are their wise men, because all of a sudden you're going to, without knowing, push yourself to the head of the line. Slowly, 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 slowly. Right? Generation comes and generation goes. And if today you are in the back, one day you're at the front. One day you're going to be the leader. And if you're going to be busy proving points, somebody's going to bypass you and you're never going to reach the promised land. So always be a Talmid and always be a Chacham. Always ask, but don't argue. Have a great day.